Senator Ludlam, you have one more, I think.
I do, Mr Deputy President. I ask that General Business Notice of Motion 103, standing in my name and the name of Senator Birmingham for today, proposing an order for the production of documents on the National Broadband Network Business Plan and the Government's response to the implementation study to be taken as a formal motion.
Any objection to this motion being taken as formal? There being none, I call Senator Ludlam.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. I move the motion standing in our names and I seek leave to make a short statement.
Is leave granted? There being no objection, leave is granted.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. This motion that I'm moving today in the name of myself, on behalf of the Australian Greens and Senator Simon Birmingham, is very, very simple, and I hope that the government will seek leave to make a brief statement as well. In the joint agreement that was signed by the Australian Greens and the Prime Minister, some of the points of agreement were that we would collectively work towards transparent and accountable government and improved process and integrity of Parliament. And what we are seeing today is the Australian government, I believe, refusing, if I'm to believe the outcome of a press conference the Prime Minister held earlier, to hand over the business model and the business case for the National Broadband Network and to refuse to hand over the Australian government's response to the National Broadband Network Implementation Study, which was conducted at a cost of $25 million to the Australian taxpayer. It's completely unacceptable, while this parliament is meeting this fortnight to discuss matters that are directly relevant to the rollout of the National Broadband Network, for the Prime Minister to say, you can have that document for Christmas, effectively. We'll wait until you've all gone home. We'll put it into the public domain then, once it's been hit with the black felt marker, like so much of what falls out of this government these days, well after Parliament has got up and it's no longer possible to debate it. And in the meantime, we are taking a $43 billion infrastructure project effectively on trust, and we are simply being asked to accept the Minister's contention that this is a wonderful project and the numbers all stack up. It'll be great to have seen it. It'll be great when the public in the industry and the Parliament can actually back those figures up by having seen them themselves. In 3 goals, the Australian Greens agreement with the Prime Minister, I just want to read briefly, because it's not acceptable to us that the Australian government would continue to defy these kind of orders, that we will be seeking that the Information Commissioner should be able to resolve these disputes when the Parliament and the Executive clash on matters like this. This is something that we'll be bringing to a head now, so that the Minister can't continue to defy an order of the Senate.
Your time is